Hi! If you're like me, then you are probably pretty stressed financially about going on maternity leave. I was pretty stressed for a few months prior because I knew that when I'm about to go on maternity leave, I will not be making as much as I'm making if I were to be working. So here were some ways that I was able to save an adequate amount for me to get through maternity leave. I got my coffee, so I'm happy to start digging in. I actually love talking about finances. I actually watch a lot of finance videos. I recently gave birth about 2 months ago, so I'm on month 2 of my maternity leave, and I'm probably gonna go back in about a month. Technically, I can potentially take time off until the end of the year. That's how much time I could be approved for my paid family leave, but I'm thinking I should just go back. Can't get out of work for too long, otherwise they're gonna realize they don't need me, you know? I've come up with a list. I wrote down everything that I did for the months leading up to my maternity leave, well, up to my baby's due date, to prepare myself to get through 3 months maternity leave. Maybe for some people, like 3 months is not that long. I get very anxious when I was thinking about how I'm not gonna have the same amount of money. These are just certain things that I did, and some things that just happened by chance that helped me save for me just to have a peace of mind while I'm on maternity leave. I am still getting paid. I'm getting paid about like 60% of what I would be making. So it's not terrible, but for maybe those of you who are watching, who are currently pregnant and maybe getting less or nothing at all depending where you live. So maybe here are some ways that it can work for you. And if you hear some music, it's actually my baby. He's chilling on the swing now and it's playing some baby music. So there may be some of that background noise. The first thing I did was open up a high yield savings account. I opened this up in January. Interest rates are really the highest it's been in like 21 years. So I opened it up with Wealthfront. I also got like a bonus, 0.5% more for the next 3 months, and then I referred my husband to it as well, so that was another 3 months of the 0.5%. At the time it was 4.5% when I signed up, which is actually a pretty decent amount. If you had like $10,000, you can potentially get about $50 a month just doing nothing, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but for not doing anything and for having to have a place to put your money anyway, it's like, why not? The interest rate kept rising and rising. Right now, I believe the base is around 5%, and then with the 0.5% referral, I'm currently earning 5.3%. My baby was born in June, so I knew that I had 6 months to put in as much money as possible, accumulate as much interest as I can. That high interest rate actually motivated me to put in more money. So if you don't have one already, definitely opens up a high yield savings account. Number 2 is I stopped going out as much. When I was pregnant, I was really tired. I was just really fatigued. I didn't want to really do anything, especially in my first, a bit in my second trimester, and it just also happens that it was around winter time. I definitely did not want to go out as much. I definitely saved a lot of money from not going out, not buying drinks. It was great, actually. My expenses went down way much. Oof, what is way much? A lot. And for those of you who are currently pregnant, you're probably also not going out as much. This is not something that I actively try to do, but just by circumstances, and not to mention, I can't drink. Drinks definitely are really expensive. Even when I did go out, I didn't have to buy a cocktail. Wine, that really saves up, especially when you're in New York City like me. Number 3, I also got a lot of food from my parents, so we saved a lot on having to buy groceries and eating out and doing delivery, takeout, Uber Eats and all that. My mother-in-law, she actually runs like a food business, and then my parents, they always like brought over soup. I was very well fed during my pregnancy. Also saved a lot of money there as well. Tip number 4, I took advantage of a lot of credit card deals. I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So that card comes with a lot of like deals with brands and just like different companies such as Instacart and GoPuff. both of which I took full advantage of. With my Chase card, I get 1 year of free subscription to Instacart, and I get a $15 credit every month. I would buy groceries. I just bought the staples like milk, eggs, and ice cream, whatever I was craving, and I would get $15 credit back every time I purchased something. And my friend referred me to GoPuff, which is actually a great way to buy baby products. Every month I would get $10 credit for GoPuff as well, and then I'm gonna get that for 10 months. I signed up in February, I believe. Also total, I get $25 credit each month to stock up on groceries and baby things. And it's been great. I mean, $25 adds up. So over the year, I'm gonna save about $200 to $300. So I advise you, if your credit card has any of these free credit to these sites and whatnot, definitely take advantage. These sites, they do tend to have a lot of fees, but if you can pick up, you can save those fees. My advice is buy what you're going to buy anyway, such as milk, eggs, so that you don't feel like you're wasting money because you're gonna buy these things anyway. Number 5 is I kind of stopped shopping. I felt that not really great about my self-image, my body. I kind of just stopped buying clothes. I actually had a subscription to Rent the Runway last year. I just kind of paused that because I just didn't really feel like dressing up, giving it my all, unfortunately. So I just wore tons of sweaters as I was getting bigger and bigger. So I saved a lot of money on shopping. I also had some friends who were previously pregnant who gave me some of their old maternity clothes. I think that that's a really great idea because you're only going to wear maternity clothes for a very short period of time. I think that if you can give some away or swap with friends, I think that is so great. For the ones that have been lightly worn, I would love to pay it forward to my next friend who gets pregnant. So I was able to save quite a bit of money by stopping my Rent the Runway subscription and just stop shopping. I did have to buy obviously a few new pieces as I was growing out of them, but definitely not as much as I would have. So I'm very thankful for that. Number 6, I had to pause my personal training. Last year I had a personal trainer and that was about a little under $800 a month for 10 sessions. I do advise you to continue to stay active while you're pregnant, which I did too. I still went to the gym, but I just feel like I didn't need a personal trainer. I needed to save that chunk of money in preparation for having a baby and just being on maternity leave, so I paused the sessions. And I actually started it up again, but the fact that I stopped paying about $800 for 7 months, I definitely saved a big chunk of change and was able to put more away to my savings account, which accumulated more interest. I still invested my money, but I didn't want to take as much risk because the market was very volatile anyway. So I reduced how much I was putting into my investments, put a lot more towards my savings account, since no matter what, I can earn 5% risk-free. So if you can do that, just put as much away as you can, just save it for a rainy day. Number 7. So for those of you who love traveling, this might not be possible for you, but for me, I stopped traveling just for the sake of traveling. I did have to go on 2 business trips, but that was very early on in my pregnancy, so it's okay. Me and my husband, we tend to go on one tropical vacation every year around March, but we didn't do that this year. I didn't feel like up for traveling and taking a plane for a very long period of time, and definitely saved a lot of money there as well. You can't travel up on your third trimester. It's not advised. Just stop traveling if you can. That's money you can save also, and yeah. Method number 8, I did not have a baby shower. I was kind of flip-flopping between like, should I have it, should I not? But ultimately I did not have it because I just did not want to go through the headache of planning it, putting everything together. Yeah, no. As much as I would have loved to gather friends and family together to celebrate it, I just didn't have the energy. I thought I'll just save the money, put it away. I did have a registry, and my friends and family graciously did buy things for us off the registry. Very grateful for that. But we will have a 100-day celebration. So that's coming up soon, and we're very excited about that. In the Asian culture, we tend to celebrate 100 days. When the baby hits 100 days, we gather friends and family, and then, you know, we just do a celebration. And we're in the process of planning it now. So I would also love to do a video about that as well. If you like have a baby shower, it does not have to be expensive. I see a lot of people do it in a backyard, they do it in the park. So those are all the ways that I was able to save money and prepare myself for maternity leave. I'm very fortunate. I did not have to dig into my savings because I did get money from disability for the first 7 weeks. For the next few weeks, I will have paid family leave. I had to kind of budget for that. The few months leading up to maternity leave, I was pretty stressed. But I think that we've been doing pretty good, even though in the beginning we were spending a lot of money on baby things. A lot of people got us the essentials. There was just a lot of little things that we still had to get. Now everything has pretty much normalized. We've just been spending a lot more money on groceries. We're just home with the baby and eating 3 meals a day at home. If you are pregnant right now, about to go on maternity leave, don't stress out. As long as you budget and you plan, you should be able to get through maternity leave with no problems and stress-free, hopefully. Stay stress-free. That is so important for your health and for your baby's health. And you really don't need to spend that much money because you're mostly just gonna be home anyway with your baby. You're not going to go out shopping, at least not right away. Good luck and thank you for watching. Bye. So the whole time I was filming, he was just chilling right over there. He's a pretty good baby. He was pretty chill. Yeah, so, all right.